Hello everyone and welcome. My name's Julie Mann. I am a professional network marketer, an actor and also an EFT practitioner. And today I'm really excited because I'm joined by Jill Lublin. So Jill is a best-selling author, a speaker and also a master publicity strategist. Hello Jill.
Hi there, good to be here.
Great to see you. So I've been thinking about your career and you've had extraordinary success in your career. And I'm thinking, you have to be fairly driven to create the success you've created. So I'm just wondering, did you come from a very ambitious family?
No, actually, it was the opposite, which is probably why I was driven. Very, I'll call it blue collar. No one was educated through university. And so that got me excited about going to university. I felt like I wanted to make something of my life, right? And although I started on one path and didn't quite finish that, I found my path, and like everyone had a bit circuitous way to find what really worked. But no, not at all, actually. They were kind of the opposite.
Okay, so you've been in publicity for over 25 years now. Tell us about that journey up to now.
So I actually started my career in the music business. And that's what I loved, was the, shall we say, creativity and the excitement of that, the dynamic energy. And that was a wonderful place to start my career. I opened up my own PR agency. And then when I got tapped on the shoulder to write my first book, which is Guerrilla Publicity, I actually, funny enough, closed the PR agency and started consulting. And now I do a virtual publicity course, which is much more accessible to the average person than PR agencies, which are much more expensive. So I made things much more accessible to entrepreneurs and small business owners who I love to work with. And then now I've got, 4 more books, well, actually 3 more books. And so that's been exciting.
I was going to ask you what made you write your first book. You said a tap on the shoulder.
Well, yes, because the agent who, if you're familiar with Jay Conrad Levinson, who wrote the whole guerrilla marketing series, which a lot of people know of, Jay Conrad Levinson said to me, this is the tap on the shoulder part, I'd like you to write the book Guerrilla Publicity, because that's my expertise. So I did, I started, and that was a wonderful way to really get started in my career.
Brilliant. So what was the whole process of writing that book like?
Well, easier for me because I work with a writer, and some of it's interviews, which I do love. That's my more natural way. But writing a book, and I do help people get book deals now without a word written, because I've been helping people get book deals for quite a long time now. And one of the things I love to do is that, and in the doing of that, what I've discovered is the power of what a book does for a career, including mine, which then I got to speak, and I've been on 6 continents speaking, and that's been delightful. But I think that's what having a book does.
Amazing. And I know you have actually spoken on stages with Jack Canfield and Tony Robbins and all sorts of amazing people. But there must have been some times, Jill, where it got challenging. So can you tell us about some of the challenges you have to face in your career and how you got through them?
Absolutely. Well, my career, like everybody, up, down, all around, right? Cash flow problems. There was a time where I actually broke both ankles at once in multiple places. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I was right. So that stopped my travel for quite a bit. I actually spent 6 months in a wheelchair and lots of healing. And so that was tough, obviously affected that. When my mom died, that was a lot of impact on my career, because I was really her primary caregiver, going back and forth to help manage things for her. And there's a lot of impact there. And, I think like everybody, I've dealt with things that worked and things that fell flat, right? And so finding my way, like all of us, in a bit sometimes of the dark, just making stuff up, is a little bit of how I've done my career. I wish I could tell you I had big business plans and all that. Nope. I just, especially in the beginning, hung out my shingle and said, I'm a publicity consultant. And that's how it started.
Wow. What kind of people do you work with now, Jill, and how do you work with them?
So my main people I serve are small business owners And that can be in multiple industries. I've worked with professional direct marketers and people in the marketing area, direct sales, all kinds of places. And then also what I would call small business owners. That could be a chiropractor, it could be a real estate agent, it could be a speaker, author, consultant, coach. Those are the main folks I work with.
So a big variety of people.
Yeah, big variety, which I love. I love variety. I am a generalist, not a specialist, although my specialty is publicity. But the truth is there's lots of, shall we say, relevant parts about publicity, how it's relevant to multiple industries. Let me say it that way.
Brilliant. If someone watching has just set up a small business, or perhaps they've been in business for a while, but they're not really seeing the kind of success that they'd like, what advice would you give them?
I think the biggest thing would be take a first step out with your message and look at your message and make sure the message is right. And particularly what I call the problem solution piece of the message, like get that down and see how it lands. And then once you've got that, then you can go out to the different audiences and be in the right places. So I think your message is key. Let's get that down first, and then you can get PR and different aspects that will drive business to you.
Right. What do you do when you're not working?
I love nature. So I'm out in nature. I'm chasing sunsets. Love those. I hang out with my cats. I call them kitty hug breaks. I go and I hug my cats. I have 4 of them. Some people have children. I have cats and books, 4 of each.
Love it. How important is it to enjoy what you do, Jill?
I think it's essential. I mean, hopefully you can tell I do love what I do. I do. I'm serving a lot of small business owners and entrepreneurs. I'm giving them affordable ways to get their publicity out there. I feel like I have purpose and that I'm helping messengers out in the world. And that's important to me. Now I've got kindness circles set up. And so we're spreading kindness throughout the world. I'm so excited about that. That's a new program I'm launching based on the profit of kindness. So I'm excited about things. And yes, I have, new things happening like the year of kindness, right? And I think always being pulled forward is important. And also focusing on, what's working. So what's working is my virtual publicity course, serving many. And then what's new is my year of kindness.
I love that. How can people get involved in that? Is that something anyone can participate in?
Absolutely. In fact, if you want to put the link in the chat or in the notes, that's perfect. But come join me. We're actually doing a year of kindness literally every single month with amazing opportunities to connect, collaborate, create miracles and kindness for each other. Then I have amazing, and I do mean very well known, thought leaders who are going to contribute to what is kindness and give you some real things to do. But every single month I'm having people in circles to connect and collaborate. So whenever you come in is perfect. And how you come with us is to go to jilllublin.com/year of kindness.
Wonderful. Of all the things that you've done, Jill, because you've done so many things, what are you most proud of?
Well, having a book is a big achievement, honestly. And frankly, because I've been helping people get book deals for many years, it's an achievement that I know is it's something to be proud of, right? And so I remember opening my case of books, my first one with Guerrilla Publicity, and I was very proud, I must admit. And now that we're on our 3rd edition of Guerrilla Publicity, because we've sold over 80,000 copies of it. So I feel very blessed and happy and proud of that achievement, which of course led to other things. And that's the great news about achievements, is they lead to other things usually.
Talking of which, have you got any dreams yet to fulfill?
Well, I'll tell you, with the Year of Kindness, I want this to be a major international movement. I want kindness to be the main word, because we need so much more of it now, more than ever, with our world and the problems we've been having, the quarantine that we've all been living through. And I think, the things we've been dealing with in our world has created a world that is not so kind these days. So one of my big visions is to bring kindness back to the table, have it be a daily conversation, and practice conscious acts of kindness.
That's absolutely brilliant. I couldn't agree more with that. I think that kindness is so underrated, really, and absolutely. So I will put the link below the video. So before we go, Jill, what would you like to be remembered for? If you could be remembered for anything, what would it be?
Wow. Okay, definitely kind. Okay, definitely kind, because I think we can have a lot of accomplishments, but kindness is key. And caring, that I care. And I do. I care about my clients. I care about those in my courses. Generous, kind, caring, and generous. Those three words, I'd be happy.
Wonderful. Anything else you'd like to say before we go?
Well, I think the biggest thing is to remember, each of you, that your message matters. So I want you to remember that. I want you to get it out there and be proud, be loud, be out there, and be who you are. Lead the way.
Thank you, Jill Lublin. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.